Hi besties, what's up? Oh, I can't zoom out. Okay, sorry. Hopefully this angle is okay. We're working with what we have right now. But welcome to the 48-hour version or readathon during Realmathon. So we are obviously not at my house. We are at my parents' house, and I just heard the blow dryer shut off. I was hoping Lindsay would be drying her hair a little bit longer because I hate vlogging in front of people, but especially where I used to get made fun of for talking to myself. I have drama associated with it in this house, I guess. But anyways, so my name is Makenzie if you're new here, and thank you for clicking on the video. I really appreciate it. I will be honest, I've been pretty quiet during Realmathon because I honestly haven't been reading that much this month. I've kind of been in a little bit of a great reading slump of 2025. I have read 12 books this year, but I don't know, it's weird. But anyways, as you guys saw from my intro clips, I guess, I am currently reading The Reaper by Nikki J. Hi besties, what's up? Okay, it is a little bit later. Sorry that I cut myself off. My sister, who I was banking on her drying her hair long enough so that I could intro this vlog, decided to stop drying her hair, which makes it makes sense. I wasn't thinking about it, but her hair was like basically 99% dry when she went to finish drying it, so that's on me. But what I was telling you guys is I'm currently reading The Reaper by Nikki J. Summers, and I am really enjoying it. I am 66% of the way through it now, so my plan is to finish it tonight so that we can kind of kick this off a little bit. And then I also would like to maybe read like a graphic novel or a manga before I go to bed tonight. We'll see. But yeah, I will be honest though, there was like a 10 to 13% blip in there where I was not really feeling it. So I'm glad that I kind of was able to get past that. I'm glad I didn't DNF it when I wanted to. I was going to DNF it about 50%, but I decided to continue on for a couple more chapters. And yeah, like I said, I'm glad I did. I will say, I feel like a lot of the reviews for this book say that it's like slow burn at its finest, but I don't know if you can really call it slow burn if like in my opinion, there aren't very many slow burn elements. Like, I kind of get where they're coming from, but at the same time, like, unless they're talking about for like the actual spice to happen, then that's fine. But I don't think that you can count like half of the first 50% of the book. We only had like maybe 2 or 3 interactions between them. And I don't really know if you can count that as slow burn where they weren't like with each other and like getting to know each other, but that's just me being picky. I'm glad I didn't DNF it though, so I'm gonna try to finish that tonight, like I already said. And I'm also currently reading, I think you guys are actually sitting on it, or I'm currently listening to Don't Let the Forest In by CG Drews. That's who it's by. So I also like listened to 2 chapters of that before this readathon started, but I think that I will just continue on with that when I get a chance. I have a feeling that audiobook time tomorrow and maybe tonight, but we will just see. I'm gonna finish watching Jan's video that she just released today, and then we'll kind of go from there. I also feel like I had another video that I wanted to watch, but I can't remember what it was, so I don't know. Oh, I wanted to watch Chloe's video where she tells us her rating and ranks all of her books from 2024, so I guess we'll see if I do that as well. And then, yeah, that's about it. So I will update you guys in a little bit. Hopefully I can find a charger out here. I have the hallway blocked off so that Oakley can't get like anywhere out of my sight, to give Steven a little bit of a break. He doesn't feel very good right now, so I guess we'll see what happens there. But other than that, I'm going to let you guys go, and I will talk to you in a little bit with some reading updates. I might update you guys when I'm about 75% of the way through to see how I'm feeling about the book, see if I'm still really liking it, but as far as I can tell, I'm probably going to continue to like it. I also, seems that I might need to clear off this SD card because I don't know, I've started so many vlogs, but I haven't continued on with them, and I haven't decided like quite what to do with the footage yet, but we'll see. I also should probably start editing this vlog as well tonight, so that I can get it up on Monday, possibly. Maybe it's probably gonna be Tuesday, but maybe Monday. With all that being said, I will talk to you guys in a little bit, hopefully. I feel like the angle today looks a little bit different than it did yesterday. Please forgive that. I don't really know how to fix that right now. I've tried. But anyways, good morning, besties. It is the next day. It is Sunday, and everybody in my house is still asleep. Now that I've said that out loud into the universe, I'm pretty sure both of them are going to wake up, but only time will tell, I guess. So I ended up finishing 2 things last night, and I'm very excited to talk to you about both of them. So first, I finished The Reaper by Nikki J. Summers. That's right. And I really ended up enjoying it. So I don't think I pitched it to you guys, so let me and tell you what it's about, and then I'll kind of give you my thoughts, I guess. So it follows Devon, and Devon and his 4 closest friends run this bar, essentially, is what it is. They live on the very top floor, and then there's like a middle floor for only their top elite people, and then the bar down below. Okay, basically the second floor is for like top patrons that they can like, they've vetted, they've gone through the process of checking out who they are, their past, whatever. And one night they catch someone, basically this person had drugged and was about to, you know, essay a girl. And so because they are also vigilantes and people who hurt women and children, they take him down, and luckily they had gotten to the situation before the girl could, or before the guy could actually like essay the girl, which was lucky. And then so the next day, since she sleeps over, Devon decides to take her home, and that is where he meets Leah May, her cousin, and sparks kind of fly from there. And Leah May is actually a pastor's daughter, basically, and because of that, I think he has like different ideas of who she is, but who she actually is much darker and much more aware of what Devon does than anybody else is. It's a low-key stalker romance. You'll have to read the book to find out how, I guess, but I think, like I said yesterday, there was like a little bit of a lull in between 47 and 60%, but I did really end up enjoying it. Devon, for that like 10 to 13%, whatever it was really annoying, and he kind of wasn't a hero or an anti-hero that I wanted to read about, but by the end of the book, I feel like he had grown exponentially as a character, which I really enjoyed. And Leah May also grew as a character, and yeah, the plot was just so interesting. I really, really loved it. I mean, I would highly recommend it. I rated it 4.75 stars. Like I said, I couldn't fully give it the full 5 stars because of the like 10 to 13% lull that I had with the book, but other than that, like I really liked it. And then I also read Dewdrop by Kay O'Neill. It's like super short. It is a graphic novel, and we follow this little Dewdrop character as she is preparing for a party with her friends, and she basically helps them with their confidence, I guess is what you can say. This is definitely like a middle grade story, but it's so cute. I really, really enjoyed it. And this is my second time reading it. I just saw it last night and I was like, oh, I should reread that before I go to bed. So I'm glad I did. I rated it 5 stars. I feel like, how could I rate it anything less than 5 stars? It's really good. As you can hear, my child is now awake. So I'm gonna tell you my plans for reading today, and I will try to update you when I can. So we have Don't Let the Forest In by C.G. Drews. I'd really like to get to this. Today I have the audiobook, and it's not very long at all. Shut up. If I can read it at the speed that I think I can read it at. And then I also wanted to read Waiting for Spring volumes 1 and 2 this week as well, or today, I mean, so we'll see. Depending on what I start with, I will come back about halfway through one of them and I will give you updates. Okay, cool. The lighting is kind of balanced. I may have an ethereal glow. It's because I'm sitting right in front of the window, but I'm here. It is quite a bit later, to be honest with you. I think it's almost 6 o'clock possibly, but I'm here to update you. I ended up, instead of reading all day, I took a nap with my husband, and then we ended up, and the baby, and then we ended up going to Walmart and doing a grocery pickup because we have desperately needed some groceries, if I'm being honest. So we went and did that. I did read half of Waiting for Spring Volume 1, but as soon as everybody in the house fell asleep, I was like, I gotta go to sleep too. So so far I think I'm bang on like 50% of the way through, which is nice. I am really liking my I'm liking my reread. I'm glad I'm rereading it. I will say though, like, I did not remember how mean these guys were, like, to Miss Saki, and I don't love that. Like, they're supposed to be buddies, and I get that as soon as they got to know her they weren't as mean, but like, and I know that teenage boys are just jerks, to be honest with you, but I don't know. I didn't love that, if we're being honest, but it's okay. They're a little bit better now, now that they're friends and stuff, but still, sometimes, like, we'll refer to her as that, or like, at the very beginning of the book, someone pulls her out of her work, thinking that she's her coworker, and the guy's like, I described a beautiful, ethereal goddess, and this is what you bring me, and that rubbed me the wrong way, because we need to stop telling men, or boys, that if they like a girl, to be rude. I mean, I know that's not what's happening necessarily, but yeah. I don't know if that's like, I don't know. I wish it was a little bit different, but it seems that things are getting a little bit better, so we can just hope that that is what continues. But anyways, I'm gonna go. I need to wash a bottle, and then we are going to go over to my grandparents' house. I think did I already tell you that? Anyways, we're gonna go over there. I'm gonna see if there's any way that I could possibly continue on and finish Waiting for Spring Volume 1 today. I also forgot that Jan over at Jan Agaton is hosting a mini readathon this weekend. I think it was like in the back of my mind, but I kind of forgot about it until today. So I'm gonna see if I can maybe. We're making like a latte. I don't drink coffee. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like it, but I'm gonna see if with the books that I've read I can make one. So anyways, with all that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Probably, I'm guessing it's not going to be tonight, but if it is, I will talk to you tonight. If not, I will talk to you tomorrow morning with the wrap. So, yeah. I can't believe I always hit myself in the face. It's ridiculous. Like, I've never had glasses before. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. Hi besties, what's up? Long time no chat. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad, but this readathon kind of fell to the wayside, as it does sometimes, but I did end up finishing it off strong, and I'm not going to trash the footage that I got for it. So let's start with Waiting for Spring, since I did start that. I didn't end up finishing it during this readathon, but I did want to wrap it up for you guys, just in case you were curious on my thoughts. I will be honest, this second time around, I did not like it as much as I did the first time around. If I changed my rating, I would lower it from a 4-star to a 3.5 star. I just thought that the bullying was a little bit excessive, especially considering that they're actually supposed to be like our main character's friends. The boys are. They seemed really like kind of nasty to her, and I didn't like how they called her like that thing and called her ugly and like teased her about it. Like, kind of gave me the wrong vibe. It kind of gave me the ick, actually, is what it gave me. So I will continue on with the other 3 volumes that I have, but after that, if I'm still getting the same ick, probably just DNF it. Like, manga series are too long and too expensive to justify finishing them when you aren't liking them. So I am gracefully going to move on from that, and we're going to talk about the other 2 books that I actually finished that night. So I read The Fall Risk and The Worst Wingman, both by Abby Jimenez. I won't go too into detail because I actually want to do like a whole separate video on all of Abby Jimenez's books. All I have to say is that I really loved those. I was pleasantly surprised. Obviously you guys don't know this because I don't think I've talked about it on my channel, and I know it's really not that deep, but I actually was going to start with Just for the Summer. I was not going to read any other Abby Jimenez books, if I'm being honest. I wasn't really interested in them. There's one book by her that the main character's name gives me the ick, one of the main male characters. I won't tell you which one it is, and it's not like necessarily like an ick, it's just like a personal trauma thing. It's stupid, so I will end up reading that because I've read 3, so I've read a full-length novel and then the 2 novellas by her, and I've loved every single one of them. So I believe The Fall Risk, I rated it 4 stars, and then The Worst Wingman, I actually rated 4.5 stars. I was pleasantly surprised by that one, but yeah, I read those on KU. Actually, the audiobooks were also included in KU, so that's how I consumed them via audiobook, and I'm very happy that I decided to do that. So yeah, I don't remember how many books I actually finished. I think it was like, was it like 1 full-length novel and 2 novellas, I think, which isn't too bad. So I am pretty happy with that, even though that's not as much as I wanted to read. But anyways, with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you like me, if you like my face, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to see it again, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be notified every time I post a new video, honestly, I'd follow me on Instagram. That's where you're going to get all the updates. But if you don't have an Instagram, cross your fingers, hope the notification bell works. And with all that being said, I will talk to you all in my next one. Bye, everyone.
When you're not here, the sun don't shine. When you're not near, I don't feel like I do anymore.